Oprah Gail Winfrey was born on January 29, 1954, in a small town in Mississippi. Oprah was named after a character found in the book of Ruth in the Bible. Oprah grew up in a very poor family. Her mother, Vernita Lee, was only 18 years old when she gave birth to Oprah, while Oprah's father, Vernon Winfrey, was in the Army. During this time, Oprah lived with her mother and grandmother, Hattie Mae Lee, on a small area of farmland in Mississippi. When Oprah was 4, her mother decided to go north while leaving Oprah behind with her grandmother. During this time, Oprah began to perform skits and plays at her church congregation. She became so popular that congregation members began to make requests to have her perform for ladies' teas and other church events. When Oprah was 6, she moved from her grandmother's country home to live with her mother in the crowded city of Milwaukee. She now had to share her mother's attention with her new baby sister, Patricia. Oprah's mother worked long hours from sunup to sundown, leaving Oprah feeling very neglected. A year later, Oprah's father was out of the Army and invited Oprah to live with him and his new wife, Zelma, in Nashville, Tennessee. Vernon and Zelma were delighted and grateful to have Oprah in their home, especially due to the fact that they could not have children of their own. After a year of staying with her father, Oprah was sent back to Milwaukee to stay with her mother for the summer. Oprah's mother had recently had another child, a baby boy named Jeffrey. Thus, Oprah was now staying in a crowded apartment with her mother, 2 siblings, and older cousin. At night, while her mother was at work, Oprah's older cousin was responsible for watching after Oprah and her siblings. While only 9 years old, one night, Oprah's cousin came into the room and raped her. Oprah was bribed with ice cream by her cousin as a promise to keep quiet about the rape. Over the next several years, she continued to be raped by multiple family members and family friends. Oprah's life had quickly become confusing and frightening. She lived in constant fear that she would become pregnant. She later said, "Every time I had a stomach ache, I thought I was pregnant." During the 60s, when Oprah was being sexually abused, the subject of rape was not discussed publicly. She did not confide in anyone because she didn't think she would be believed, or if she was, people would assume the abuse was somehow her fault. Oprah's young adult life was very difficult. The abuse that spanned until she was 13 years old scared her. She tried to run away after being taken advantage of sexually by her cousin, a family friend, her mother's live-in boyfriend, and once a favorite uncle. After the attack, she started to become more of a problem at home, and her mother researched sending her to an all-girls juvenile detention center. However, the home was at full capacity, so she was sent to live with her father in Nashville, Tennessee. Winfrey now admits openly that as a teenager she was very promiscuous. At age 14, she gave birth to a stillborn baby boy. While living with her father, Oprah attended Nashville East High School. She was very popular there and loved by teachers and students alike. Oprah continued to be in front of people by being involved in public speaking, speaking at her church, and speaking to other churches and various women's groups. She showed her school spirit by being a part of the public speaking club and taking drama classes. She was elected youth school president, which allowed her to go to the White House Conference of Youth. She met Richard Nixon there and other school representatives from all across the country. While in her last year of high school, she traveled to Hollywood and saw different production studios. While her drama class was rehearsing at a local radio station, WVOL, and the producers asked her if she would like to read on the live radio show. Oprah entered a public speaking contest that was sponsored by Tennessee State University, which included a scholarship. She won this contest and went on to Tennessee State and earned degrees in speech communications and performing arts. She worked at a radio station and studied during the night. She won the Miss Black Tennessee contest, surprising many people, including herself. Oprah moved to Baltimore in 1976 to join WJZ-TV News as a co-anchor. While serving as co-anchor, she co-hosted her first talk show, People Are Talking. This job suited her outgoing, empathetic personality, and word of her quickly spread to other cities. Oprah was invited to Chicago in 1984 to host a faltering half-hour morning program on WLS-TV. Within a year, Oprah turned AM Chicago into the most popular show in town. The show was expanded to an hour show in 1985, and it was renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show. A year later, The Oprah Winfrey Show was broadcasted nationally and quickly became the #1 talk show in the nation. For the next 2 years, Oprah's show received several Emmy Awards for things such as Outstanding Hosting, Outstanding Talk Service Program, and in 1988, Oprah was the youngest person to receive the honor of Broadcaster of the Year. Oprah's show was more than gaining viewers with catchy topics and wild guests. Rather, she wanted the focus to be more motivational through spiritual values, self-help, and healthy living. Because of Oprah's past, she was determined to take a step forward and take the initiative and use her experiences to start a campaign. In 1993, President Clinton passed the Oprah Bill, which was on behalf of the National Child Protection Act, and they also made a database listing convicted child abusers. After the act was passed, she made a conscious effort to make this problem something that everyone was aware about. She used her show as a platform to bring awareness and help to those who have dealt with it firsthand and how to prevent it from happening in your household. I was raped at 9 and molested from the ages of 9 through 14, and because of that, I've always wanted to be able to sit down and talk to a group of child molesters and ask them why and how they do what they do, Oprah says. It's the most honest conversation I've ever had with sex offenders. Statistics show 1 out of 3 girls and 1 out of 6 boys will be sexually exploited before their 18th birthday. In Oprah's show, she tries to let parents know the warning signs. During one episode, Oprah spoke with 4 convicted sexual offenders and asked what parents should watch out for. For the last 25 years, the Oprah Show has shown America things that were not usually spoken about in public, and through this, she gave people hope and strength to step forward and break the cycle of sexual abuse with children and adults alike.